Hey guys, Mezzy here, and I've got a bit of an announcement. I've got my new computer finally, which means we can live stream a lot more, which I actually intend to do. So to start things off, right, we're going to be having a WoW Weekly Warlords of Draenor launch show. This will be on Wednesday the 12th at 11 p.m., 1 hour before the launch. 11 p.m. server time for Europe, by the way. For the US, that's 5 p.m. on the East Coast. So if you're in another time zone, you'll have to figure that out for yourself, what time that is. Um, what can you expect? Well, in the hour before the launch, we'll be talking about pretty much everything Warlords of Draenor. If you have questions for us that you want us to answer about Warlords of Draenor, let us know in the comments or join us in the live show and ask them in the Twitch chat. Um, and after that hour, of course, Warlords will go live. And at that point, LJ and I, and to a lesser extent, Vivi or Matt as well, we're going to be leveling from 90 to 100. On the live stream, we're going straight all through the night to level 100. So you'll be able to watch and interact with us then as well. So if you're not playing yourself, for example, if you're in the US and also waiting for a launch, be sure to check us out, join us, and we hope it's going to be a good, fun thing. Now, does this mean we'll be live streaming more? Yes, that is the intention. My computer has received quite an upgrade. That's a brand new thing. And yeah, I hope to be able to produce a lot more quality content with that. So that covers that. Now, for the podcast you're about to watch, it has some issues. Skype kind of messed the entire thing up. I edited together what I could salvage from it so that you could still at least have something. If you're watching the podcast for the first time, this isn't the standard podcast, so my apologies for the lesser quality of it, but I hope you'll enjoy it nonetheless. So I think that's pretty much everything covered. Twitch, you can check us out on twitch.tv/BBMezzy. Forgot to say that. That's where we'll be doing the stream. The stream will go once again live around 11 p.m., maybe a bit before, maybe a bit after, depending on if everything is set up, but it should be all done in time. So, that's that. Enjoy the podcast, or at least what we could salvage of it, and be there with the live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, I'm Mezzy from WoW Weekly, and I'll see you then.
This episode of WoW Weekly is brought to you by WoWweekly.net, your source for Warcraft and Blizzard news, guides, and editorials.
This week in Warcraft. WoW Weekly is now an official World of Warcraft fan site. There are new servers for Australia and New Zealand, or coming soon at least. And the stats Squish has caused quite a stir. I'm Mezzy and welcome to WoW Weekly episode number 50. This week I am joined by... Well, let's start with Matt this time. Hello, Matt.
Hello!
How are you?
I'm insulted.
So you should be. I'm fine, thank you. A little bit tired from doing exercise, the evil words, but I'm okay.
Alright. And also joining us is LJ. Welcome, LJ.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, official fan site, guys.
Yay!
I must say,
So now the money starts, right?
I wish. No, but in reality, we're really quite thankful for the people that are following our stuff, watching and reading, and all other things, I guess, listening to stuff as well
Stalking.
on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I can't really say anything else than that. It's quite baffling.
Very baffling.
Well, look at it. We've been doing the podcast for a year now. The website has been out since January, so 10 months. And official
That long already?
WoW
yeah?
fan sites. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun, man. Time flies.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually just looking at the wonderful website now.
enjoy the new slider of featured articles.
It's very nice, yeah.
This
Yes.
sounds so scripted, guys. Jesus.
I know, and it's not even scripted.
It's
How
not even
bad is
scripted,
that?
but it sounds. What do you think of the website? Jeez.
I know. I mean, we really are quite terrible. How did we become a fan site again?
Have you been to the website recently? If not, please visit WoWeekly.net.
Yes, yes. And we're completely taking ourselves serious right now. Absolutely. So how about we get into the actual and only news of the week? We actually weren't here last week, and it was the same news then too. Like we've said in the last podcast as well, BlizzCon is coming up. Not much more will be coming from Blizzard leading up to BlizzCon. So, Mythic, the Stat Squish. Stat Squish was, of course, implemented into the game in patch 6.0. Everyone's stats have gotten reduced, but their relative strength should be the same to mobs, bosses, etc.
Or even increased in sometimes because
Yep.
the weight stuff, the base stuff dies now is insane. So there's that.
Indeed, because let's look at Mythic rating. This is something in our circle we've talked about a lot. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. For the Mythic, of course, is the new heroic mode, basically, and it's on 20 man. And every patch, when new system changes are implemented, things usually get a bit easier. However, right now, Mythic, for lack of a better comparison, feels like LFR before the patch.
I'd even say that's pushing it. It might even be easier than I thought before the patch. It's just...
It might be easier because you know you're with whom you're doing it, and LFR is still always an RNG with people. So
yeah.
True.
We've been speaking about it before, and I say a role that probably hasn't done it recently for Mythic or Heroic, but I tell you, it's just playing previous expansions and stuff like that. We know it gets easier. It gets easier sometimes for more relief because it's that hard. I think going back to TBC with Sunwell, we know that was that. And I know Wrath and everything got generally easier, but it wasn't this easy. I can't remember it being this simple. The top guilds this broken. The top guilds might, of course, be different because they've been killing it for months anyway. Just imagine killing these top guilds have probably been killing Garrosh Heroic for a year, let alone the dungeon for a year. They've probably got their ults and their 8th ults in full heroic gear by now because they're that bored. But that's the top guilds. Everyone else, we killed it. We've done it a few times. It's been relatively smooth runs. I think we can do it in a day, maybe an extra day just in case. But now it's just a complete joke. I'm a bit disappointed that you lose. There's so many fights you don't have to do any mechanics on anymore. I think we said Siegecraft as a prime example where one belt and the boss is dead, and that's it. You probably, in theory, could ignore the belt and just DPS the hell out of it, and then just RNG through the next phase.
Well, that's taking it a bit too far, but let's put it this way. Now we only need one person for the belt, for one belt wave, where on 10 man you needed 2 people for the belt. So surely on 20 man you would expect 3 or 4 at least. But it's just so over squished, I guess the term is.
Yeah.
It's become such an incredible joke. And I mean, I don't feel bad for that because I know it's just Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar. It's for getting the stat squish in place, Draenor, everything will be balanced correctly, like Mythic should be, as in previous heroic bosses.
Yeah.
But it's silly. It's really, really silly.
Well, I think we spoke about the pros and cons of it before, and for people doing this place for a year, the pros are, yes, one night a week, blitz through it, all done, hunky-dory, don't have to worry. But, and there was a bloke in our guild, actually, who said something, and it was quite good. But, bear me, I've got to remove a cat. So I was holding its tail down so it didn't actually flash across the webcam. And Tyra, who's in our guild now, we had two different groups in our guild. We had the main Aurum group that were progressing and stuff like that, and there was a guild that joined us, were they Lunacy? Can't remember now. Remember the name of them. And they were the other group, but they were still progressing. They were on, I think, Heroic Siegecraft. They'd done Heroic Thok, they were on Heroic Siegecraft, and that's as far as they got. And he actually said that even though he's happy it's easy, he's really disappointed the fact that they worked so hard, they had so many trials and tribulations getting as far as they did, to then see it almost destroyed and be that simple. He was actually quite disappointed, and it was really almost quite gutted, the fact that it was so easy. And we did the first on the release night. We did the first up to Thok and everything. Apart from Thok, we one-shot everything. It was all really, really easy. And then the next day, everything got nerfed.
Yeah, that was quite silly. Because, well, here's the thing. We went from a 10-man guild to now a 20-man guild. So one of the things that slowed us down, other than the servers with the logins and all that crap, which was going on this week as well, we actually haven't been able to play Mythic Orgrimmar at its quickest just because of all the server problems that have been going on. So we cleared Mythic.
So the server is the only thing difficult at the
yes,
moment. The raid itself
actually,
isn't, but the server is the only thing that's posing a challenge.
We've had to use alts, and we still cleared Mythic Orgrimmar in 3 hours on Wednesday. The server has been causing the real issues. But
so about those boosts.
I'd rather we don't do boosts. We just stop until the expansion and have a couple weeks off. Anyway, what was the original point? We kind of got off track again.
We never do that.
Oh yeah, the first week. So the first week we did up to Thok, I believe indeed, on the Wednesday, and then it got actually nerfed because of a hotfix after that. So, Matt, you finish my thoughts. I'm sure you know what I was going to say.
I don't actually. I was about to say something about Thok. I think it was just about the first week we were there. The only not hard fight, the only shoot fight that we wiped a couple of times on was Thok, because we had to figure out how many healers we want, because it's quite a bursty healing fight. And of course, a lot of the burst healing that every class has had has been taken away. So I think that was the only fight with not any even difficulty. It was just balancing and getting the right amount of healers, the right setup for it.
Getting used to the amount of people we had.
Yeah, and that was the only issue we had on the first night, apart from what you said, the lag. And then I'll let you explain the Thursday night.
Let's see. Siegecrafter are dead within 1.5 minutes. Paragons got absolutely crushed. Each Paragon took 30 seconds to a minute. And then there was Garrosh, and we actually did have to spend some time on that, because with 20 people, not everyone had done Garrosh as much. So they, messed up a couple of times.
The only 2 wipes the first night we had on Garrosh wasn't actually... We one-shot it once, because then the only thing we had trouble with was knowing how many people we needed to kill the engineer.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We had 2 wipes because we didn't know we needed. I think we used to have 1 person doing it. We had 2. Then it realised they needed 3 people doing it, because, and then we did it all hunky-dory, one-shot it. This week, we should have been a 2-hour clear. Ended up being a 3-hour clear due to a few people not fully understanding mechanics, stuff like that. But it's just. I remember TBC, doing it then, and I know that Sunwell got nerfed, but Sunwell got nerfed because Maru was one of the hardest fights ever devised, and destroyed that many guilds. It was untrue. And they realised, yeah, we best nerf it a bit now. We've destroyed a few hundred guilds. Let's nerf the fight now. So that got nerfed for a reason. And I don't know. This is just, I'm a bit depressed. I can't, like, I know for a fact I'll log on Wednesday, come in for what fights I'm needed for, and be done in a couple of hours. Yay, hunky dory. But I think there's so many people in the guild now are just thinking, why should we bother? Why, with this, if this is the level of content for the last few weeks, the expansion, just release the expansion already. It's a bit of a joke. They've not released anything else really worthwhile. The quests, the pre-patch quests, take half an hour at most, 20 minutes. The dungeon is pretty boring. Have you done the dungeon yet? I presume you both have.
Yes, once. We steamrolled through it, but that's what you get with full mythic gear.
That's what I mean. But I did it, and it was just... I think I pugged it on my ult. And my ult's like 528 gear or something like my shaman. And still steamrolled through it, didn't really pay any attention to any tactics, didn't really have to. So I just feel the pre-patch has been pretty weak as well for the expansion, because normally they're a bit more, it's just a bit more to it. You're a bit more involved. Do you remember the Wrath of the Lich King one, where you had everyone turning dead and stuff like that, or the zombie, plague attacks and stuff like that.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
It was just it kept you involved pretty much daily or something. You'd log on and find, oh, there's a plague. Crap, best kill some stuff. But it kept you involved. They'd be like,
I actually read something that the research actually thought it was pretty amazing, or they did research on that bit because it showed how people would react during a crisis or something like that. Yeah. Seriously, they did research on that. Yeah. They did research on how a disease would spread to like more populated areas and such because of that plague. So it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. So it's it's quite that was quite interesting. And I can't remember, because I quit the game at the end. I think at the end of Wrath. No, I was playing in Wrath. I can't remember the Cataclysm bits. I think there was a few. I think there was a pre-patch, but I can't remember that one particularly very well. It's just, I don't know. It just feels a bit weak, the whole pre-patch and Mythic thing at the minute. I'm just very disappointed in the Mythic. It's just depressingly bad.
What do you think, LJ? We haven't heard you speak much because of the whole Mythic thing.
Yeah, but I haven't played that much as well. I've been on a little bit since the patch, but I haven't played that much. Yeah, I know. But, yeah, there's not much to say, to be honest. I haven't done that much. I haven't done any instances or something, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that at the moment. I should probably do a little bit more on WoW at the moment, but my time ran out, and I still need to buy a new card again. So,
well, we're 3 weeks away from Warlords.
True.
So, you should probably start looking into that.
Yeah. Minor detail, huh? Playtime.
Minor detail. Yeah.
Minor detail. I've got playtime.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit, and I just the first thing, of course, was that everything was so much easier. So I'm just assuming that what I hear from you guys, that's everywhere, and everything's so much easier because of the Squish, and yeah, just basically the pre-patch of everything, and it's just I think that what you guys said is all true. Like it's good to make like they have always made things easier just before the next expansion, but the game is broken at the moment. And I've seen a lot of Reddit posts about it as well. You know.
So in that case, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. I would like to thank LJ and Matt for joining me. I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for watching. I'm sorry this podcast has now turned into something very strange. I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, I apologize for this rather odd episode. Don't take this as the average bi-weekly episode if you're watching it for the first time. If you like to keep up with when new content comes out, You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/WoWeekly or twitter.com/BMezzy. You can, of course, check out our website, wowweekly.net. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Skype is really messing up at the moment. So we're going to have to leave it here, I'm afraid. Ah, look at that. Hello.
Hello.
I was just wrapping the episode up because things are being very awkward.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm back now.
Welcome back, LJ.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Why is my camera not working?
I don't know. There you
we go.
are.
That's better.
It's really strange because first Matt could rejoin, then it dropped again, then you came back.
So it's basically Skype being a
Yeah.
less than nice program.
Yeah.
There's my camera. It goes again. Seriously, let's just end it because
Yeah,
this
we're
is
ending
gonna
it.
go. Okay.
I was doing the thank yous, etc.
Well, I'll thank everybody as well. Sorry for the mishaps here, but everybody knows who's used Skype that stuff like this will happen.
Yes, and there
Especially at
his
the moment.
webcam goes again.
Yeah, so I'll just keep it off.
Once again, if this is the first time watching, this isn't your average WoW Weekly episode. I'm sorry for Skype. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what we have, so we'll have to make do. I assume we'll be back next week, but if there's absolutely no news, we might go ahead and cancel again because we need something to talk about. Conclusion of today's podcast, basically. The stats Squish might have overdone it a bit in current content. I think that's the conclusion we came to.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, thanks for watching. Once again, I apologize for these crappy things going on right now. And yeah, I'm Mezzy, and we'll see you again next time.